Akron Stores, or the Akron, was a Southern California-based imported goods and home decorating department store retail chain that operated from 1948 until 1985. Welcome to Eric C. Productions. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified of my latest video that are posted during the week. Be sure to hit that like button and leave a suggestion or a comment. You might see that video in a future posting. This is a viewer suggested video by Juan Serrano. Thanks for watching, and now back to the program.
Quality you can afford. It's at the new Akron. Rattan, china, crystal glass, wine to give it all some class. Placemats, napkins, basket seats, not to mention gourmet treats. Shiny brass, copper pots, kitchen stuff, we've got lots. Quality you can afford. It's at the new Akron.
From our white porcelain collection, this first quality dinner plate is just $1.99.
In 1948, Bernard Field and Hyman Fink opened the Akron Army and Navy stores on Sunset Boulevard between Virgil Place and Fountain Avenue by selling mostly Army surplus goods. One of their first ads appeared in the classified ad section of the December 1948 issue of Popular Mechanics magazines for a two-way combat phone, while another ad in the same issue advertised for Army identification bracelets. By 1950, Akron Army and Navy was purchasing conventional ads in magazines and in the Los Angeles Times, and they had moved their main location to 4400 Sunset Boulevard. In their April 1950 ad in the Los Angeles Times, Akron was selling typewriters, watches, bunk beds, camping gear, power tools, and even house paint. During the early 50s, Akron Army and Navy store ads were in Popular Mechanics advertising handheld power tools, also in Popular Science offering telescopes and microscopes. Aside from their walk-in business, the company was having success selling nationwide via mail order through ads. In April of 1952, a fire caused major damage to their warehouse that was adjacent to their store at 4400 Sunset Boulevard. In 1952, or maybe 1953, the company was renamed the Akron, and they began selling the variety of advertised goods that were getting larger, which included items such as clothes, furniture, and live plants. Around this time, the Army-Navy label was dropped since the new products offered by the firm began to sharply deviate from the usual goods obtained through government surplus. In March of 1955, the firm expanded into the San Fernando Valley by opening their first branch in Burbank. A third store was opened in West Los Angeles in 1957, followed by a fourth store in West Covina in 1958. Stores built during this time period occupied about 40,000 square foot buildings. The growth rate of the firm accelerated during the 1960s. In 1960, Akron opened their fifth store in Torrance and sixth store in Anaheim. By the next year, Akron had 8 stores in Los Angeles and San Francisco. By 1969, they had 16 stores in locations such as Tarzana, Lakewood, Orange, Monterey Park, and Pasadena. By the early 1970s, the retail chain had expanded in Bakersfield, Granada Hills, San Diego, and even Santa Barbara. Their ads advertised 19 stores in Southern California. By 1975, they had 23 locations, all in California. After having trouble obtaining bank loans, the Akron announced in August of 1975 that it had sold an 80% stake in the company to Jack A. Levin and Associates, which happened to be the company's largest supplier. In April of 1976, Goodyear, Levin sold a 40% interest in the company to Thrifty Drugstores Company, Inc., and a 10% to Richard Ralphs, former CEO of Ralph's Grocery Company. Wait, Thrifty's? The drugstore with the delicious ice cream? Yes, that's the one. By the next year, they had a 90% stake in the company. By October of 1977, Akron had 23 stores and a subsidiary called Columbus. In December of 1982, Thrifties sold Akron to a Hong Kong-based married couple, the owners of one of Akron's suppliers. At the time of the sale, the chain was down to 21 stores. In July of 1983, a new store was opened at the Anaheim Plaza Shopping Center, the fifth store in Orange County, and would be the final store that would be opened by the chain. At the time of this store opening, there were 20 stores that stretched from Santa Barbara to San Diego. Apparently, all stores north of Santa Barbara had been closed by this time. Unfortunately, the chain was in dire straits by 1984, and the Chan family decided that they needed to close most of the stores with the goal of trying to save the remainder. In October of 1984, Akron negotiated with Circuit City to sell the leases for up to 17 of its 20 stores. In February of 1985, Akron told its employees, many of whom had been with the company for more than 20 years, to take a 50% pay cut and give up most of their fringe benefits in an attempt to keep the company operating. All of the stores were eventually closed by the spring of 1985. Hey, if you just watched my video, thanks for watching. Hit that like button and please subscribe to Eric C. Productions.